So what we are discussing is patience and how it affects our health. So we have realized from this little I have said that if one is not patient with situations that are happening every day around us, it could lead us to a bigger health challenge. Another important thing is a better interpersonal relationship. We need patience to relate with one another. Some people are so bad that they are not patient enough to talk to people. They can't make friends. I don't have some patience. I don't have a friend. I don't have anybody to talk to. He can be in this camp. I will not even have a friend. He will be a lone ranger going on his own. There is not going to be a better interpersonal relationship. It's as a result of lack of patience. Because if we say, I don't want anybody to touch me too, I'm not touching anybody. It's a serious problem. One should develop a mental interpersonal relationship. So this could help a social support network which are central to the mental and emotional well-being. As a result of that, that person will have been developing problems little by little from now because of the impatience of having interpersonal relationship with people. He can't be patient. He cannot share anything with people. So as a result of that, he has started right from secondary school. When he now get married, he cannot play along with his neighbor or her neighbor. He cannot play along with friends in the higher institution. That is the way he continues because of impatience. He doesn't want to have the patience of somebody offending him, he forgiving those people. He will feel if I'm going on my own. And this is part of what will create a bigger mental challenge or mental issues. Another thing is physical health benefits, which also reduce stress related to physical condition. Example is gastrointestinal issues, headaches, chronic pains, and some other things like that. As a result of physical health issues, one could develop so many other things in life because of the fact that there is no patience to manage those skills. Another one is enhanced coping skills. Enhanced coping skills. Ability to cope with life challenges leading to a bigger problem or problem solving skills. That has been part of the mental health I have discussed. Because ability for one to be patient and cope with challenges every day will not be Idil Kabir. You can have some loss today and you can have a very few tomorrow. Ability to manage all this and not wanting the same lifestyle every day. So ability to be patient. The day you have, you do well. The day you don't have, ability to be patient with those days, they are part of what one needs to enhance coping skills. So that one will be able to cope with every condition one finds himself. If one is not able to cope with all this, and one wants to get out of unfavorable condition at all costs, this will lead to a lot of health problems which will lead to so many problems like I have mentioned. Now, patience in treatment of diseases. If one is looking for a treatment for any of the diseases, part of what you need to be able to achieve a better health is for one to be patient. Number one is adherence to treatment plan. Part of what has killed so many of us is not adhering to treatment plans as a result of not wanting to be patient. These have killed so many, it's affected so many lives because of our ability to adhere to treatment. If one is not patient enough, like I have said, you may not be able to take drugs that are bitter. You may not be able to take it. Even if you start it, you may not be able to complete it. Because you cannot be patient to take a bitter pills. So, like, assuming you want to take a tablets of 4 tablets today, 4 tomorrow, and 4 next tomorrow. But taking today, and it was so bitter, and you are not able, you just manage to swallow that. You may end the treatment there, and the disease may become complicated once you refuse to continue with the medication. So ability to adhere to a treatment plan would be a challenge as a result of impatience. Other examples are people treating for longer period of time. Maybe the drugs you have to take have to be taken morning and evening for 10 days for a treatment. And you get bored after 3 or 4, 5 days. Or because you feel you have been relieved of the symptoms of what happened. As a result of impatience, you feel, well, I don't need this again, and you left it without adhering to the treatment. So impatience will lead to some of those problems that one may face challenges of. Another one is long-term treatment. Like those are having an ailment, like, let me give an example of a diabetic individual. Somebody that used to have high sugar, high blood sugar. So, and you have been prescribed for a drug, and after taking that drug for a certain number of days or months, you can't be patient to continue taking the drugs. You are not having patience to adhere and go back to meet your physician for a checkup to confirm whether such a treatment will continue. If one is not patient, one will face problems with those drugs. Another one is being patient for recovery. Some of us cannot be patient to wait until we get recovered from ailments. There are some ailments that requires us to be patient, to take drugs, to take whatever. The time may be getting too long. Let me give you an example of someone that has a fracture and there's a pump. And the Lord said there should be immobilization. SAU, ó gbọ́dọ̀ gbé sí orí tébù, kò gbọ́dọ̀ máa gbé káàkiri nígbà tí wọ́n ti fi POP sí. It has to be this. But he has a lot of things to do. But it's becoming uncomfortable for him. Ṣé mi ṣe máa gbé sẹ́yìn láti ẹjọ́ yìí? Is this how I'm going to miss his offices? As a result of impatience, he can decide to take the leg, take it off the whatever, and do whatever he wants. And aligning of the bones may not be perfected, and problems may start from there. So ability for us to be patient for a recovery period is another thing that is affecting our health as far as patience is concerned. So sùúrù tẹ́lẹ̀ mi máa ní láti lè sọ pé jẹ́ kí like somebody that they said you should not take a bath or you should not allow water to touch a particular place in his body for a particular period of time. You will feel ṣe jọ́bìrì ní ìfìlí na for me. After some time you can let you put water He can start to be impatient, and it's going to create a bigger damage as a result of the fact that you cannot be patient to manage the situation until a complete recovery is achieved. This is why you are patient, because for you to achieve it, you just have to be patient to achieve that. Another thing is effective communication with healthcare providers. Some of us are not patient, especially when you are sick and you are having high temperature, or you are having serious headache. Some will fail to even communicate and explain exactly the way something is happening to him. Even if a doctor is asking him, clacking him, asking, do you feel hot? Do you have high temperature? Do you freezing? When you need to sleep well? Impatient will make him feel bored, make him feel disturbed. Treat me if you want to treat me and forget about disturbing me. I'm in pain. It's a lot of impatience. So he will not be able to communicate well with his doctor. And if he does not get a proper guidance from him, when a doctor is lacking a patient, he will be after what is called signs and symptoms. The difference between these signs and symptoms are that some of those things that are signs, they are things the doctor himself can see on you. You understand? Those are what are called signs. They are things the doctor himself can see on you. And those things that are symptoms, they may be things that the doctor cannot see on you. For example, now, if the doctor is asking you whether you are sleeping very well, when you go to the hospital to complain, and the doctor is now asking you, do you eat well? Those are things he wants to get information for him to be guided and know what he wants to do. Do you sleep well? Do you have headache? Do you have stomach ache? Do you have stomach turning? Are you stooling? Some of those things, you can't get them with miracles. But the signs are what he can see on you. He can feel that you are having a high temperature. If you are coughing, he can confirm that you are coughing. He can see that in you. If your eyes is red, so he can see those things. Those are the signs. And he wants to get signs and symptoms for you to be able to treat you very well. But if you are not patient enough, you may decide not to divulge information that will assist the doctor in treating you. Another proper communication problem is that some healthcare provider will even refuse, if they are not also patient, they will refuse to give appropriate information to their patients. So that is affecting both parties. But impatience will make somebody feel, because I'm in pain, I don't need to talk. I don't have the time. Just treat me and get me and let me go. So one has to be patient so that one can get proper health, a perfect health. So another thing is improper coping mechanisms, adaptation to lifestyle changes. This is also a very big problem of impatience. Once there is a health challenge, there is every possibility that you may be advised on the life changes, that you have to adjust some things about your life for you to be well treated. Impatience affects most of us when it comes to coping mechanism for improved life changes. So most of us run into problems because of it. It could be as a sort of diet lifestyle. If you are advised that these are certain diet you should take, or you should not take a diet. Some of us cannot be patient. For example, now the doctor advises you not to take some things. You now look at it, out of only me, out of everybody, I will not take some things. And those things will be for a small period of time. for you to get a proper health, for you to get a very good health. Impatience will make you to feel, no, I can't kill myself. Something will kill a man. As a result of that, you cannot adapt to such a life changes. Maybe a diet, it could be to quit certain bad habits. Like someone that is advised to stop smoking or to stop taking alcohol. You will feel, how would I be able to go among my companies, my friends, my colleagues, my club members? In what we do together, I will now tell them it's a doctor advice for me. So impatience will make you to feel there's no problem. I can't be patient looking at other people taking this. Why I will now be exempted? As sort of impatient is going to take it and run into a serious health problem. It could be an exercise recommendation that because of this your health may be having certain heart problem and you need to burn some fat, you need to control your cholesterol intake, you need to control those things, and you will be advised that you have to trek a certain mile in a day, you have to make a certain exercise in a day, at least in 5 days in a week, you have to exercise for at least 10 minutes a day in 5 days in a week. Because of such a life changes, we may not be patient enough to listen to those advice that what's my own concern? Say me will buy Jesus. Why would somebody ask me to be jumping up and down? Look at the jump here for 5 days in a week. So impatience will not allow us to take to that. So also on rehabilitation for injuries, surgeries, arthritis, and so many other care that when we are advised, we may not be able to be patient enough to manage those things. I also look at compliance with drugs and medication dictates. Some feel bad when they say a drug, like somebody that is treating an infection now. It was not recommended for you to take a drug 6 hourly for 5 days. Every 6 hours for 5 days. We feel that change imaginable time every time. Because of impatience, you may start to take 2 in the morning and 2 in the evening. So you go to pay the job. So not compliance, it's as a result of impatience. So to your body, that may also create a bigger problem for that. And also so many things, cancer recovery, that they give a certain level of things that don't take this, eat this, these are what you should eat fruits in the morning, take this, that thing. You say, do you want to kill me? How will I be able to cope with all this? If one is not patient enough, one will not be able to do other things. We have so many cases like that, and some cases of long-term treatment, like the issue of fertility. Long-term treatment issue of fertility. Someone that is having menstruation challenges, someone that is having pregnancy challenges, someone that is having so many other challenges like that. And the treatment are also to be taken for maybe 3 months or 4 months. It's going to be too long. Normally, we go push men. If you release well, if you want a miracle, you want something to happen immediately, you can't be patient enough to take some of those things. So that is why I said at the beginning that even we are called patient, because to access a proper health in life, one does have to be patient and comply to all directives if one wants to achieve this, and to prevent complications that will arise as a result of impatience. Those complications will be more than what causes the problem originally. It will be more than what causes the problem originally. Even if after the complication now arises, if you now want to be patient, that patient will now not meet up again. For example, somebody that has a marital issues. He has a marital issue. He now decided to create so many problems until he now developed a psychiatric problem as in a mental illness. At the end of the day, he now feels he ought to manage himself. He wants to be patient now. Once some of those things have been developed, all you need is just to manage the situation until the decision of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will come to pass. So patience, like we started with, it's a very broad statement which has to be related to what you love to achieve with it at the end of the day. So for you to be healthy in life, you have to be patient. For you to be healthy, you have to comply to all medical directives and rules. They may not be convenient, they may not be palatable, they may not be comfortable for you, but for you to achieve a good end result, you just have to comply to all those things. Tablets can be bitter, tablets can be sour, but you just have to be patient. It's not going to be throughout your life. You have to take it for just a particular period of time. Injection might be painful. There are some injections when you take them, they will be pepperish. And you still have to take them for a few days, maybe 3 days, 4 days, or 5 days. As a result of that, you insist you are not taking them again. And stress management, you don't have to say do or die in everything. Once you attempt doing something and those things are not coming back, you just have to be patient with whatever you do. And there is a elastic limit to everything you do in life. And Allah has designed our body for the body to tell us when there is a need for us to breathe, there is a need for us to rest. Even medically, we are advised that we should not wait until sleep takes us in the evening before we sleep. That we walk until we now realize that we feel sleepy before we now drop whatever work we are doing and go to sleep. We should have a prescribed time to sleep, a recommended time, a regular time by which whatever I do, so by this time, I should leave it and sleep to have a good health. So we should be disciplined enough on whatever, but not be patient to attend to so many things. It can affect so many of our lifestyle. Before I round up, let me also add some of the tips that require our endurance and our patience, so that we can also become very healthy. Whoever that is not patient will not be able to manage some of those tips. One of the tips is sleep. A regular sleep of about 8 hours a day, it requires one to be patient, particularly if one has so many challenges to face. One will feel like I can't only a year. So, but when certain health problem comes by, one will realize that even if you sleep for 10-12 hours, you may not be able to wake up with that. The same with diet. You don't need to be healthy, wealthy, to have all the money in this world before you eat a healthy foods. So healthy foods are very, very important to our life. And the quantity of food we eat also matters. Particularly, the quantity we eat at stage of meal matters a lot. We can eat much in the morning because there will be activities. We will see, we will think, we will walk, we will trek, we will jump, we will do a lot of things. Which some of these things will require glucose. And those foods will have been burnt to glucose to attend to so many of those things. Mere seeing, mere thinking, some of these required energy that we use. And some of those energy will be gotten from the food we eat. So even if we eat as much as possible in the morning, in the afternoon, we could be able to burn some of those things. But when it comes to the evening, it has to be limited to what you eat. As against our tradition in Yoruba, when people say you should eat to your feet, when it is the evening. They will say, so because of that, you have to be. That is why in the Yoruba culture, one of the food that created bigger problem in marriage is the dinner. If a husband comes from work and he will not find his dinner, there will be problem with that marriage. There will be problem. And it's even the dinner that is supposed to take a very light thing and not very heavy thing, so that you can be able to have a sound sleep and be able to wake healthily when you wake in the morning. It is not a matter of staging. When you go to hospitals and you have a patient admitted in the hospital and they give dinner at 6 p.m. If you go to various hospitals, they will give dinner to the patient at 6 p.m. and they will give a very small quantity of food. So they expect the person to eat by that 6 p.m. and not eat a very heavy food. And possibly before 9 o'clock, 2-3 hours before sleep, the digestion will have been done, the food will have been converted, and so that the person can have a healthy sleep and can have a healthy week. So food, diet, plays a very important role in our life. And once something is not good for a particular thing for your health, in fact, it takes a discipline, it takes a patience for one to abandon it, irrespective of circumstances that warrant it. Garri is dangerous to some people's health. Once you are told that garri is dangerous to your health, don't say oúnjẹ olójúkú Nàìjíríà tí wọ́n fẹ́ jẹ tí o bá jẹ garri, and for because of that you will cease from taking garri. So if Allah has blessed you and you meet a physician, a doctor that will be able to discover that certain food may be the cause of your problem, one of the things is for you to be patient by taking those foods. Regular medical checkup is also an important thing. It takes time, it takes wealth. Mo ti ráyè kí máa lọ checkup oṣù mẹ́fà. Mo ti ráyè, I don't have that time, so it requires patience. Or owó tí màá fi ṣe ìkọrin ilé ayé mi, àwọn àkùdọ̀ fún ọlọ́sùtù, nǹkan kò ṣe mí. So some things require patience so that one will be able to have a better health and live better. Inshallah, I'm going to stop here. And if you see one or two questions, inshallah, I hope I'll answer that as much as I can for us to benefit one another from that. What matters most is that the theme of our camp is patience. And I'm trying to explain to you that it's not applicable only to seeking for knowledge. It's not applicable only to following the instructions of Allah and suffering the Torah. It's not applicable only to keeping away from the dictates of Allah, what Allah said you should not do. It's not applicable to taking order or any trial from Allah that you have to be patient. It's not applicable to do that. For you to have a good health, you have to be patient. If you are not patient, you may end up not having good health. That's why I said that patience is an all-encompassing word that is applicable to what you wish to achieve with the word patience. We pray Allah to grant us patience and grant us the reward for being patient in this world and the greatest reward of being patient in the hereafter. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta